here's the thing. For everybody listening, don't make the same mistake the Bengals just did in any facet of your life.
People are going to get hurt. It's the hockey season.
What about the Jared Cook play on the sideline?
I was very tempted to just put defense.
I'm saying it right now. If Anthony Davis is out for the playoffs, they don't make it out of the first round.
Come on, Austin and I've been saying this ever since Joe Burrow got injured.
I don't really think the Dodgers are going to make the World Series this year. I feel like they'll make it to the NLCS.
The Fernando Tatis extension, because that really surprised me.
Like you said, Ovechkin, he's getting older. He hasn't been playing as well as I imagined. He's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time, but he hasn't started off this season as hot as I would hope.
Hi, I'm Jeff Allen, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Week. I'm Kevin, and it's the man I'm excited to do this NFL season with, Austin.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said in our other opinions of the week for the NFL, this is going to be an exciting year, and week one is upon us now.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's really hit me that, like, football's starting. Like, I forgot. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is tomorrow when this game's happening. I'm like, am I watching the game? I'm like, yeah, I'm watching the game. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's because baseball. I'm more intrigued with baseball right now because, like, the Rangers, I'm always looking forward to the football season. But now I'm just like, all right, well, I'm going to have to balance these. But, yeah, I'm excited. And, of course, we're posting before Thursday Night Football. But we were talking about Thursday Night Football. There are a lot of defensive players holding out. Brian Burns, I didn't know about. That probably will have changed my pick because I thought he was coming back. Chris Jones is still holding out. Bosa just got that huge contract. But with Chris Jones, when I think of the Lions, I was listening to a podcast, and I was like, man, they got a really good offensive line. They got a new running back. And without Chris Jones, are the Chiefs going to get a sack?
That's a great question. I bet they'll get one, but like you mentioned, the O-line for the Lions is very, very good. And I think a problem for the Lions will be Jahmyr Gibbs. I think that, and David Montgomery for that matter, the combo right there. And they said that they're going to not rest Jahmyr Gibbs, but not play him as much as they would. They're going to kind of ease him into the role. I told a friend that I thought he was going to have 150 rushing plus receiving yards tomorrow, or technically today when this is posted. But I'm going to rescind that because I saw a report today from Coach Campbell that they are not going to play him as like the primary 75% carry running back this first week. So I'll ease off that. But I do think the Lions could definitely win this game, especially because of Kelsey and, like you mentioned, Chris Jones.
Yeah, Kelsey, and they redid their secondary, the Lions. I'm afraid I'm getting sucked into the Lions because I really believe in them, but I don't know.
Yeah,
if,
I had the
that's
Lions
true.
making the playoffs this year, so I definitely think that the hype should be there, and it is warranted.
Yeah, I went in between the hype and, like, realistic. That's why I'm missing the playoffs. But also with the running game and the offensive line, if you're not getting pressure on Jared Goff, I think you'll be fine. And Jared Goff will play well, and maybe we can do some overreactions. But because I love the Chiefs defense, but that changed a ton when you don't have Chris Jones.
Yeah, I actually don't like their defense without Chris Jones, but with it,
Yeah.
I do. He's that much of an impact.
Yeah, because the pass rush is entirely different.
Yeah,
And I
you
love
don't
the
have to double
secondary.
team Chris Jones.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, you get a double team Karlaftis, and I feel you're going to win that battle. You may not even have to double team Karlaftis because you have such a great offensive line. So, yeah, I think it could be closer than I thought. So, this might be, all right, checking it again and going into it. But you want to do games of the week, but do you want to talk about the Bosa contract?
Yeah, we can talk about that. He's done the highest paid defensive player or contract wise. He has 122.5 million guaranteed. I think the deal was 170 million, right?
That sounds about right. I saw it was getting close to, like, quarterback money.
I do think it's warranted considering
Oh,
that
it's
he's a
definitely
top
warranted.
5 defensive player in the league, consistently speaking.
Yeah, so it's 5 years, 170 million. And the first thing that popped into my head was okay, the next thing that comes next year is Micah Parsons tops this, in my opinion.
Yeah, 170 divided by 5 is 34 million a year. So you think that Parsons surpasses that? I would agree because of how good he is. I mean, I don't know how you can say that he doesn't deserve it. Again, I'm not a fan of his role being primarily a pass rusher. I think he's much better at that do it all role, but still, he's still an amazing player, and I definitely think that he, especially because of his age, could be could receive a massive contract.
Yeah, and you just give him whatever. I know you're saying what, like his role. I feel he'll still do it, but his main goal is getting to the passer because I think that's just what he's great at. And if we're talking about Chris Jones and changing that Chiefs defense, I feel Micah not rushing the passer changes the Cowboys defense.
The difference is Trayvon. The difference is that secondary that I do think is better than some people give credit to. While I don't necessarily trust the secondary for the Chiefs, which is why I do think Chris Jones is more important to the Chiefs defense than Micah is to the Cowboys. But that's more a testament to how good the Cowboys defense is than how good the Chiefs defense is. The Chiefs defense is just bad besides Chris Jones. So I feel like they have it's such a black hole when Chris Jones is on the team because you respect him. You have to double team him. He's going to take up a lot of responsibility and kind of clear out for other players. But without him, the Chiefs defense really can be run on. It can be passed on. I definitely think that they're going to have some problems this week into the future if they do not have him.
Yeah, so my big thing with Parsons is that really gets the double teams off Lawrence, who I'm a huge fan of. But so I think the comparison I would make, Chris Jones not being on the Chiefs defense takes them from being a borderline top 15, top 10 team to below top 15. Like
Easily.
maybe top
I 100% agree.
And maybe the Cowboys defense borderline 15 in that top 15 range, but with Parsons, to me, they become a top 5 defense, which is insane. Just me thinking.
Would you agree though that Chris Jones is more important to the Chiefs than?
Yes, because with the Cowboys, you still have DeMarcus Lawrence rushing the passer, and he's a good rusher. I just love him as a second rusher.
Yeah.
And then they also have some other guys like Osa Digizua. But yeah, I'm really getting excited about seeing this Cowboys defense because I just haven't really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
But so if we're looking at week 1, I'll let you go with your matchup first.
So this is our game of the week. If you want to, Kevin, we also do worst game of the week. But for game of the week, it's got to be Monday night. I don't know how it can't. I'm really excited to see how these Jets play. And I have my doubts about the Bills, and they could prove me wrong or right very quickly.
Yes, that was my pick as well. I was going back and forth. I don't think we have a worst pick of the week yet because it's all hopeful. This is all what week 1's about. Everyone's healthy. Well, not everyone's healthy. Never mind. So my thing is not everyone's healthy. That's my bad on me. But for me, I like the idea of Eagles Patriots because I love that Bill Belichick defense. Like, how does Zeke look? But also, does Jalen Hurts struggle against Bill Belichick? That's my main thing. What do you think, Austin?
Yeah, I don't think Hurts or anyone is going to struggle. I think it'll be a pretty dominant defeat because I don't necessarily trust how that team is really working right now. We'll have to see if necessarily they get better than I think. I just don't trust the Patriots offense. And I think the Mac Jones need to prove a lot of people wrong quickly or his job could be lost. On the other hand, I think the Eagles defense and offense will be dominant in this game. But if I had to pick like a worst game of the week, or not worst game of the week, but a game that I'm definitely probably not going to watch would probably be the Cardinals versus Washington. That I'm excited that Dobbs has a starting job and that he's going to get an opportunity to win over some hearts. but that's just going to be such a low scoring game. Sam Howell's first start, Joshua Dobbs, I think it's his second start ever or third start because he started some games for the Titans last year. But I do think it could be a very scrappy, ugly game, and not one that I'd be too inclined to watch.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Worst game of the week because it's just terrible. And my thing with the Patriots is I forgot they got Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but he's been there how long? 2 years?
No, he just got back. He was with Alabama this past year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And Mac Jones won the Heisman, right? Or no?
No, Devontae Smith won the Heisman.
Devontae Smith, okay. But Mac Jones had his best season. Well, he only played one season, right?
No, he played two.
Oh, he played. Okay. So his best season, though, was with Bill O'Brien. So that's something I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that's there. I feel weird because I was like, I don't remember these holdouts. I don't remember that. But yeah, Monday Night Football, to talk about it, we have the Battle of the Cook Brothers. I don't know if that's hyping you up at all.
Not necessarily. They don't play on. Like, I would be more excited for a Diggs versus Diggs matchup than I would be for this because they play on different side or the same side of the ball, which means that they don't necessarily get to face each other.
Yeah, and I don't feel James Cook is that featured in the Bills' offense. I don't know if he will be. But yeah, I'm excited. Are you going to try to do Manningcast or?
Yeah, probably. I probably will.
I believe we're both on the side of like Manningcast, right? Or no?
For most games, yes.
Gotcha. A lot of people, I'm like, no, I'm not a huge fan of Manningcast. I'm like, why? Like, I don't get it.
I don't like to watch the Manningcast for playoff games. Those are the ones I don't because I like to feel that the fact that it's different, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see that. Oh, and there's so many good picks for this. Dolphins Chargers. I think that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Dolphins Chargers should be an extremely fun game. I just really hope that Tua stays healthy this season so that we can really see him blossom into the player he should be.
Yeah. That's something I'm interested in. But yeah, Josh Dobbs is also intriguing to me. I feel like they're tanking for Caleb, but maybe it works out with Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, worst case scenario, I mean, even if they lose, he just has to play well to try to get him a job for the future. This team is really bare bones itself, so even if he's not insane, it still doesn't mean that he's a bad player because they've really put a bad situation on this team that it's going to be hard to overcome no matter who is their quarterback this year.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, and I feel like they're trying to do a change with Jonathan Gannon, but we'll have to see. Really, I'm surprised with how short we're doing this, but I don't think there's a lot to talk about since it's week 1, and everyone's hopeful. I think there's just going to be some surprising things after week 1.
Yeah, no one starts lower than anybody else at the beginning of the season. So I definitely think that there's a reason to be hopeful, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's going to be fun. And then next week we get to overreact and see what changes. And then later on we'll see how good we are because I feel that's when we get deeper in. And yeah, I think that's all we got. Ooh, man. But there are some really good games. But I do love the game of the week. That's probably one that's going to catch my eye. But I can be enticed to watch any of these games.
Yeah, again, like you said, week 1, everyone's hopeful. There's no bad. It's rose-colored glasses for everybody.
Yes. And not for long. So let us know. We'll talk about it next week. Let us know what you think. And we appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.